What if it was possible for you to get the greatest opportunities of your life by not hustling and pushing and constantly marketing yourself and going out there and getting yourself out there? What happens if there is another way? So I'm Cindy Ashton, and everybody's been asking me, Cindy, you're opening for Times Square Fashion Week. How the heck did you get that gig? Did you audition? How did it come about? And the truth is, I didn't audition. I'm in New York City. There's a million gazillion amazing singers, and I don't know if I would have gotten it had I auditioned. But I got this amazing opportunity by a couple of things. So I want to tell you the story. The way that it all happened is it was Memorial Day, and my landlord called me and is like, Cindy, you should come down to the Memorial Day party. And I'm like, well, I'm still masking and nervous around people. And he's like, just come down. And something inside of me said I should come down. So I went down, and there are several tables full of people, but I had the gut feeling to sit at this one table. And I met this woman named Dee, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm in fashion and events and PR. And I'm like, oh cool, I'm in events and speaking and singing and stuff. I said we should connect, not on Memorial Day, but on our own another time. So a week later, we end up at the pool. We're sitting there for 3 hours, and we didn't really talk business. We just chatted about so many different things. We talked about so many of our causes and what we've overcome and what our life journeys have been and what our passions are. And we really connected on a heart level. And she knew that I sang, and I knew that she did fashion and events, but didn't really know. And she says, hey, can I hear you sing? And I said, sure. And of course I pulled out one of my videos of me singing. And she goes, that's cool, I should have you sing at my next event. Let's have a meeting next week. Now I'm not realizing what her next event is, but we end up meeting the next week, and she's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be at Times Square, the opening for Fashion Week, and it's gonna be the opening of Broadway that same week, so it's a big deal, and I really want you to open. You're gonna be phenomenal. I love your singing, and I just love who you are and how you show up in the world. And she started going through all this stuff, and I'm sitting there flabbergasted that I got a singing gig from just chatting for 3 hours. But it really, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm gonna kick some ass. But I want to bring this up because it's really important. People work with people they know, like, and trust. And the problem that I see in the business world is that we're so busy trying to shove our content on people and shove our credentials on people that it's a big turnoff versus leading with our values and who we are. And that's a really, really big differentiator from businesses that are starting out to being established to those who have gone from being established up to being truly influential and able to not hustle, able to just let opportunities come to them. And obviously I have trained my whole life and been performing my whole life, and obviously I earned this opportunity, so obviously I did the work, and every business has to do the work to develop their craft, their expertise, where they are. But a big thing that I see is really, really missing, and the big differentiator is understanding what your brand voice is, and from an authentic place. And people talk about authenticity, but I find that people say, oh, I'm authentically this way, but then they don't show up that way in every single part of their marketing and every single part of their life. So with Dee and I mean, she was just about to hire, she has a friend who's a Broadway choreographer who's going to recommend somebody to her off of Broadway. I beat that person out because she made a connection. We really talked about racism and other causes that were important to us, and we aligned on the values part. And this is the big message for you. Is stop marketing so freaking hard, okay? It's really important for you. What's your brand experience that people are buying into? What's that brand voice? What's your brand personality? And not just this fake authenticity things like, hey, I'm into diversity. No, you have to live diversity every single day. If one of your brand values is courage, you have to live courage every single day. Because what happens is then you don't feel that anxiety to push and hustle. Even when I heard she does fashion and events, another person would have been pushing, going, oh, what kind of events? Maybe I should sing. I didn't do that. I just connected with her on an authentic, connected level. And this is really a big piece for you. So I really want you to start getting in the mind shift to stop selling so damn hard, but instead know what you stand for, know what's important to you, and have the courage to be that, live it, breathe it, express it, and be okay that sometimes there's going to be haters. If you feel like this is inspiring to you, then start working on this piece. I want to see you really step into this, because this is where you speak from your power. This is where you start to get PR famous. And I just named, by the way, the 2 next intensives that I'm doing with the amazing Christina Daves. So if you really are resonating with, I don't want to work so freaking hard, I want these big opportunities, I want to have amazing success, and you really have done the work. You've established your credibility. You've established your expertise. You've gotten proven results. You don't have to work as hard anymore. It's about this next level. And so our next 2 events, Get PR Famous, is coming up. And again, we're going to get you PR famous. You're going to be all over the press, and it's going to be amazing. And the other one is Speak From Your Power. And this is really the embodiment part. Are you willing to really own that voice and express that and speak it in all parts of your marketing and in all parts of your life, so you can attract opportunities without working so damn hard? So if you're interested, go to getprfamous.com and speakfromyourpower.com. Speakfromyourpowerlive.com. So really breathe on that. Feel through it, and I dare you to drop in and be willing to stop hustling and allow bigger opportunities to come to you by really owning your voice and being that brand voice. All right, big hugs and love. I'll see you guys later. Bye. And gals later. Bye.